Okay, game two of the series and game two of the regular season of the Miami Marlins is in the books. And unfortunately, the Marlins do eventually get their first L. At least it came in the second game of the season and not the first game this time. Although I fear that the story will remain the same as all the other seasons that the Marlins will have to go through in the rebuild. However, what I will say this with this Marlins team, as inexperienced as they are in the infield and a little bit of the outfield situation, I see a couple of good things. One, they can make a contact at the baseball. Awesome. They have the patience at the plate on some occasions and early. The disciplines, which that was lost late in the game. But also too, we have some outfielders like Griffin Conine that can really throw the baseball. I mean, there was a play in the middle of the game where we picked off a guy going to second. That was an amazing play by Conine, and I mean, he has that arm, bro. He really has on it. He really does have that arm. There were a couple of negatives, though. I will say. I mean, Matt Mervis, he's definitely going to need some development again and trying to get that baseball feel that he needs. Because I mean, Matt Mervis, I mean, to cut off the throw, especially on a sacrifice fly, that hurt. That really did hurt the Marlins team. But I thought the game was pretty decent. I mean, Connor Gillespie, I didn't think he had a bad game. I didn't think he had a bad game. He gave up. He gave up 3 earned runs. He did give up 3 earned runs, sure. The other one was an error. And when he gets better, he can have the good pitching command. And he did. He really did. So, let's see here. Is it a box score? I forgot how to do this. Play by play. Yeah, the first few innings were a couple of 1-2-3s. We don't have to talk much about that. And the walk and then the fly out. A little bit of walk. Conine. Actually, Xavier Edwards was single to center in the first, but double play. Yeah, double play tradition kind of came back. That's kind of wonky. It's, Gillespie thought it was pretty good in the first 3 innings. And just when I tweeted, I'm loving what Gillespie is doing. Just when I did that, then he starts to lose control of his command. Gave up a walk. Cruz stole second, and Bart walked, and then Andrew McCutchen doubled to left. That will give Pittsburgh the lead 1-0. Which sucked. And then there's an infield single, which that would leave some of the players on the base. Rodriguez flied out to left, and then Frazier hit a sacrifice fly to right. Conine tried to throw it to home plate, which that would have been an amazing play if it wasn't for Mervis getting in the way and cut off the throw. So that makes it 2-0 Pittsburgh, which that sucked. How does the Marlins respond? 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 5th, there was an error by Poli. I mean, you gotta get that baseball. You really gotta get that baseball. So that was an error on Poli. Reynolds struck out swinging. Cool. Pham, who made it to first base from an error from Poli. Cruz, he hits a bomb to right. He hits a annihilation of the baseball to the right to make it 4-0 Pittsburgh. And one of them was unearned. It was an unearned run, by the way, because Poli did not field the baseball cleanly, which would mean that Gillespie ends his tenure, not his tenure, but his shift. I forgot what they call it now. I'm too tired. With 3 runs earned. Since then, Bart struck out swinging and then flied out to third after a McCutchen walk. Bottom of the 5th, though, Conine flied out to center. I will say this, though. Liam Hicks, he's on to something. I see the leadership in Liam Hicks behind the plate. I really do. You know, he knows what he wants. He knows what kind of arm he has, even though the one throw was awful. Anyway, I'm excited for Liam Hicks to get more starts. Derek Hill reached on an infield single, which that's nice. And then Poley to make up for that error, he hits a double to right. And let's give it to Derek Hill. He can really run. He ran from first base all the way home. That was a good run there. And then Edwards flying out to left, and then Pham always robbing the crap out of X. Anyway, top of the sixth, there was that play. Frazier hits a single, and he ends up going towards second, but Conine with the amazing throw to second, and he gets tagged out by X. What a play. What a play by the Marlins to get Frazier out. By the way, Frazier's in because I think after the home run yesterday with, I think it was Gonzalez, he ends up getting hurt after that, so I think he's out for a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. But the Marlins bats continue to struggle. It's either a fielder's choice, single, and then it's getting nothing out of it. Top of the seventh, a couple of batters on, like Cruz and Bart, but they're able to get it out of that. Bottom of the seventh, there was a walk, sacrifice. There was a nice bunt, which I think in the the bottom of the fifth? I think it was the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, that I didn't go over this, but Hill reached on an infield single from a bunt, and and Miami challenged it, and it was a successful challenge, and that's what led to a Poley double. Anyway, to the seventh inning, Dane Myers comes in to hit for Conine. So and then we saw a debut for Eric Wagaman, struck out looking. We then go to the ninth inning. In ninth inning, Pham reaches on an error, just another error by the infield, and then a couple of outs later. Mervis does walk. He does have a base hit, Matt Mervis, but Mervis walked. And Otto Lopez destroys that baseball to left center. And he makes it a 4-3 ball game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And there might be some cardiac fish. Since then, grounded out to shortstop, and Hill struck out swinging. And that pitch was so high up in the zone, and he still swung at that. So maybe I'll eat my words with the discipline part of the zone. But either way, comeback fallen short by the Marlins. Pittsburgh does take this one. The series is tied 1-1. In terms of, let me see here, the pitching. 7 strikeouts for the Pirates again. They only walked 3 batters. The Marlins with 6 strikeouts, 4 of which came from Gillespie, and albeit 4 of them which came from Mitch Keller, who does get the win here tonight. And Gillespie does get that L here tonight. Bullpen was pretty good for the Marlins. We saw a couple of debuts. We saw a debut of Tyler Phillips, who was claimed off the waivers from the Flyers. He pitched 3 innings tonight. And then we saw another debut. It's Anthony Veneziano, who pitched pretty decently. He has 1 strikeout. Actually, both pitchers got 1 strikeout. Bednar saved the game. I mean, struggle as may be. The Marlins has had that hope of the comeback, but the infield has to do better for the next game. No reason to be upset about this one. It is game 2. I mean, we can be upset when the time is right. Also, the attendance in this game, 9,590. So back to normal attendance, because who wants to support the ownership, right? Anyway, man, that's gonna do it for this one. Game 3 is tomorrow, 4:10. What kind of uniforms are they gonna wear? I have almost all the uniforms except for freaking teal. I need to get teal. I have, what is it? I have the blue, I have the red, I have the orange, I have the black. What is it? So blue, red, orange, black. Blue, red, orange, black. And that's it. Okay, man, that's good to do for this one. And yeah, man, I will see you guys in the next video. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami Tuesdays are back. What he does to be right through the entertainment you deserve. Pitching matchup for tomorrow. It's probably going to be Bailey Falter versus Valente Bellozo for the Marlins. He is number 83. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Will we get more crowd on the weekend, or I don't know. Only time will tell. 3 games tomorrow. We got the Marlins, of course, because it's baseball. Tomorrow we also have the Miami Heat and the Herons. Inter Miami. Both teams are playing against Philadelphia. Actually, now that I think about it, all Miami teams are playing against a Pennsylvania team. We got the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates, Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers, and Inter Miami, Philadelphia Union. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.